We're announcing a plant in Cameron called G2 LNG. It will make liquefied natural gas for export, and it'll be done here at this plant. About $11 billion, 3,500 in the construction team. KBR of Houston will do that, and will open in about 4 years.
Our distinction is this is being developed by a Louisiana company. I appreciate everyone that comes to our state and develops in our state. But this will actually be one of the largest developments in the history of our state done by a Louisiana company. So we're excited. We're going to announce it here today. It'll take a few years to, quite frankly, get through the regulatory process, but we're well into that and have done so successfully thus far. And we look forward to breaking ground in a few years as well.
This project we've worked on for about 2 years. It will supply LNG around the world. China, Lithuania, Poland, the Caribbean, India. It will be a plant of about $11 billion. That is the 4th largest project in the history of Louisiana. It's the first project in size by a Louisiana company. It's called G2 LNG. It will take us 5 years to build it. About 3,500 men and women will work on the construction. When we're through, we'll have several hundred jobs that will pay $85,000 to $100,000 each. It will be the most modern, advanced LNG project on Earth. There are a lot of people that put this together. We have a team that's first class. It did not come easily or quickly. To introduce more about the team and the project, I would like to introduce my #1 son. He's #1 only because he's the oldest. Chaz Romer will tell you more about the project. Chaz?
Well, I want to welcome everybody. For those of you that may not know this, there are people in the audience who have come from as far as China to be here today. And so this is an effort that will be a worldwide effort, quite frankly, but one that we're most proud of because it's going to be led by a Louisiana company, as my father said. We enjoy any company that comes to our state, and we want to ask them to come to our state. But the great thing about our development is being developed by people in our state, for our state, and for our workers. And it'll be a great project for Cameron Parish, for Louisiana, and quite frankly for this country. As my father said, we've been working on this project for over 2 years. Most people don't know that. We, I guess, having been around politics a long time, we learn to not talk sometimes and just try to get some work done. Maybe that makes us out of the ordinary, but we've been working on this project for the better part of 2 years. And you should know this. The people of Cameron should know this, and the people of Louisiana should know this. We searched the country for what we would believe to be the premier site for such a development. Now, our heart always was hoping that that site would be Louisiana, but we needed the facts to back that up. It's a large development. It'll be $10 billion plus. And so at the end of the day, it has to make sense financially. Luckily, we found what we believe to be the premier site for such a development right here in Louisiana, right here in Cameron Parish. And so it's with great pride that we as a Louisiana company can develop what we believe will be the premier LNG facility in the world right here in Louisiana. It does take a team. Our company, my company, Romer Robinson Melville, is a development company. We developed anything from banks to real estate to natural gas, et cetera. And this project is obviously larger than Chaz Romer and my company. But we have put together a team that is a world-class team, a finest team of any in the world developing an LNG project. And I won't go through every member, but I'll certainly mention a few. KBR is helping us with the design of the facility. They're probably the premier LNG development and design company in the world. Evans Graves Civil Engineering from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, probably the finest civil engineering company in this state and most familiar with this community, is helping us. On the accounting side, we've had KPMG checking and double checking all of our facts and all of our figures. We have a world-class team that even if Chaz Romer or Buddy Romer were to step away, this team has the capability of delivering a first-class project. So we're proud of that. I want to introduce the actual CEO of G2 LNG, who is responsible for managing all the various components of this project. One that we helped hire, we helped identify, and one that a person that we believe has done a tremendous job to this point, and we look forward to him continuing to carry the ball for us. Mr. Tommy Hudson.
Chaz, thank you very much. Part of the excitement of this project is being in association with Buddy Romer and Chaz Romer and having the backing that they bring to the table. We do have an outstanding project team that has been assembled, and I would put it up against any project team that's been assembled in the world today. But it takes more than financial backing and a project team. You've got to have the community support and the state support and the regional support for any project of this magnitude to be successful. And that was one of the reasons that we chose Cameron Parish in the port of West Cameron, was because, and I remember very vividly, and I was telling Stephen Broussard about a year ago when we had been searching for sites and we found some sites that would be suitable, but they just didn't fit what we were looking for. And came over and met with Stephen and some other port commissioners, and I was driving back, and I remember vividly today coming down to this event. The beauty of Cameron is the parish is just staggering. It is just spectacular. And I remember driving back after our meeting, Stephen, and saying, this is where we ought to be. And it took us a while for us to be able to get the property and be able to site the project here. But we're so excited that we are here. We've gotten great support from the community, from individuals, and from public officials. And what I'd like to do is just recognize some of the public officials. And we understand that the burden is on us to our commitment is to build a project that everyone in this community, in this region, in this state can be proud of. And that is our pledge to elected officials as well as citizens, is to do just that. And we appreciate very much these public officials being here today. You obviously have to have a market for this product. And we are working aggressively in China and Asia, Europe, India, and Europe. as we speak and have associates in some of those regions today. What I'd like to do now is recognize Eugene G. Eugene G is a partner of ours in this project, a long-term friend of all of ours, has been a business partner of Buddy's for over 2 decades now, and has a delegation in from China that we're very honored to have all of you here on this special day for this company. And Chi, would you come up and introduce your guests?
In the past 25 years, we traveled a lot, sometimes together with the governor. We went to China a lot of times, and I know what Louisiana can offer for export. And I know there's a lot of potentials which has to be worked on. LNG is one of the projects. I know we also have other natural resources from petrochemical, chemical, forestry, agricultural product, and there's a lot of product we can offer for export. China is a big country. If we look at the number of trade in the past 5 years, it's $55 trillion between US and China. And China is the largest exporting market for Louisiana product, followed by Mexico, Canada, Norway, Japan. And that market continue to grow, and I think Louisiana has a great potential there. 14 million metric ton LNG to China is not really a big number. In Louisiana, it's a big project, $11 billion. And I'm proud to be part of this team with Romer, with Chaz, Romer, and Tommy Hawson. It's been 2 and 3 years hard working, and we enjoy it every day. I think in the near future, it will be product made in China with Louisiana energy. I think that day is coming. China has been growing so fast, and there is a strong demand for LNG. I think the potential is unlimited, and we feel so wonderful about this project. I think we can work very closely, not only with the customers from China, but with other countries like the Caribbean islands, India, Japan, possibly other part of the world in Europe. Thank you very much.
Jay, thank you very much. The next person that would like to introduce is Stephen Broussard, and he with the next speaker, Kirk Quinn, are really provided the support and the incentive for us to locate here in Cameron Parish. And Stephen was a steadfast supporter. When I called Stephen back well over a year ago, he was very supportive of the project, very enthusiastic about the project. We would explore possible sites. They wouldn't work out, but Stephen has always been there for us, and we deeply appreciate it, and the fruition of all those efforts is today. So thank you very much, Stephen.
Land we were looking at, the properties, were just not being suitable. And I thank him for his patience, because it took a while for us to find something. I do want to thank one of our board members, Mr. Howard Romero. He came to me and said, look, let me help you. Let's see if this project can happen. Along with Mr. David Richard with the Streams Companies group, they came and put together some property that was suitable for this project. So thank you, gentlemen, for your support for this project. They said it before, this project is unique. we get calls from California, from Washington. We have projects happening, from around the world. And our issue is always, who do you contact? Who do you talk to about helping the community as far as for jobs or being part of the infrastructure for these groups? And we've always had issues and we had trouble with that. However, this one we won't, because we know where their offices are. It's only right there in Baton Rouge. He's been a past governor, so he'll understand those issues that we will have. And it's great to see that this has come homegrown. Thank y'all for that. And again, I want to tell you that our support's there throughout the process. We know it's going to take a long time. But if there's anything the West Cameron Port, and I'm sure the parish itself can help you, please don't hesitate and ask us. We want to see this project happen. And thank y'all.
Good job.
Stephen, thank you. I think Stephen hit upon a very important point. It's one which we emphasize and have already begun the effort. Even before we enter into the feed process, we have already reached out to the police jury, with Claire Aber and with George Swift, with the Alliance. We want to be proactive and make sure that the community, the people of the community and the region and the state gain the maximum benefit from this project. And we want to start now, and we want to be proactive and make sure that takes place. And as Stephen knows, Stephen knows where our office is, so he's very aggressive, and we're following up on that pledge and commit to you that that's what our goal of this project is. Kirk Quinn, who is the president, there we are, the president of the Cameron Parish Police Jury. Thank you very much for all of your support. Appreciate your being here today.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Romer, thank you for being here, inviting me and the rest of the jury. Mr. Tommy, thank y'all. Thank all of y'all for being here. It's been good so far. It's a good day, nice weather. So, especially when Cameron Parish recently reflected on the 10th anniversary of Hurricane Rita last week, which devastated this area. As said during those events, we have built a stronger community since that day. It is a testament to the hard work and the dedication of the people of Cameron Parish. It is also a testament to companies like G2 LNG, a Louisiana-based company that wants to continue to invest in and grow our community of Cameron Parish with an $11 billion LNG. That's nice. Export project on the 776 acres on the Calcasieu River Ship Channel, which is be on the west side of the river. We hope they understand the value of the people of Cameron and Southwest Louisiana can bring to their project, and we're also pleased to have them here. The economic benefits of a project like this brings to an area like Cameron is significant. From the construction jobs to the permanent jobs to long-term community partnerships, it is satisfying to know that our community will play an important role in the meeting that demand with this project. As I understand it, they're already in talks with countries in Asia, Europe, and the Caribbean. Great. If you ask me, 10 years ago during those long days of rebuilding, we would be discussing global scale energy projects with billion-dollar economic impact. Only 10 years later, I thought everybody in this room would have been crazy. But here we are, and I'm so glad it is here. I want to thank each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.
We'd be remiss in not congratulating and commending the police jury and other elected officials in Cameron Parish. It is absolutely remarkable what has taken place since Hurricane Rita and the recovery, and it's an absolute tribute to the resiliency of the people of Cameron and this area that you can drive down as we did this morning, and it's a spectacular recovery. And I know what it takes for that to take place. And you're all to be commended and congratulated and the people of Cameron for that recovery. This concludes the announcement, and I'd like to turn it over to Governor Romer.
Thank you. Just a few final words. When you think about it, this project is about America. There's no reason why we can't supply energy to the world. There's no reason. We have more of it. We developed the offtake of that resource. So, this project is important to Cameron, and it's important to Louisiana. But more importantly, it's important to America. Thank you for coming.
We considered sites all over America, quite frankly, for this development. But this is where we wanted to be, in Louisiana, and we felt lucky enough to land in Cameron Parish at what we believe to be the premier site in all of America for such a development. So it's been 2 years of hard work just to get here. It'll be another 2 years of hard work to get to the point where we can break ground, but we're excited about it.
In the 10 years, we've had 2 devastating hurricanes. A lot of our community have been displaced. Hopefully this will help bring jobs back for that group, high-paying jobs, and bring our communities back.
Just driving down here today, it's amazing what the resilience of the people of Cameron has done. I mean, I've been driving down here over the last several years, and the resurgence of this area is remarkable and a real tribute to the people of this parish.
It will have a tremendous impact long term. And I want people to think about the long term. Their kids and grandkids will work here as part of Louisiana Energy. It will be amazing.
If people have questions like more information, what should they do?
Sure, they can call our offices if they like, 225-928-4000. Our executive team is there, be glad to answer any questions they have. They can go to our website, g2lngllc.com, and find out more information. And I suspect over the course of the next year, people will hear regular updates about the progress that we're making and what we're bringing to the community.